Navabatu Sano Punaktu Saha Eyam Karavavahe Tejasvi Navadita Mastuma Vidvishavahe. O Lord, protect us as one. Nourish us, Lord, as one. Let us flourish in thy strength as one. Oh Lord, as one. Let our knowledge, O Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, let our knowledge, O Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh Lord, protect us as one. Nourish us, Lord, as one. Let us flourish in thy strength as one. Oh Lord, as one. Let our knowledge, O Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, let our knowledge, O Lord, be changed to light and fill our hearts with love. Oh, Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sano Punaktu Saha Vyam Karavavahe Tejasvi Navadita Mastuma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Om Namo Bhagavan.
Om Namo Bhagavan.
Shri Ramanaya Sadguru ki jai.
Shri Ramanaya Sadguru ki jai.
Om Namo Bhagavan. Shrimanji Mahadev Sadguru ki jai.
Shrimanji Mahadev Sadguru ki jai.
Om Namo Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Arunachala Shiva. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Shri Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Abhidhamma Janami, Kiya Shoshi Maheshwara, Yaha Shoshi Mahadeva, Tahashaya Namo Namah, Sri Ramanaya, Satguru Ki Jai, Sri Ramanaya, Satguru Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate. Shri Muni Mahadev, Satguru Ki Jai. Om Namo Shri Muni Mahadev, Satguru Ki Jai. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Abhidhamma Iha Shoshi Maheshwara, Yaha Shoshi Mahadeva, Taha Shaya Namo Namah. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate. Sri Ramanaya, Satguru Ki Jai. Muni Mahadev. Sri Ramanaya, Satguru Ki Jai. Abhidhamma Janami, Iha Shoshi Maheshwara, Yaha Shoshi Mahadeva, Taha Shaya Namo Namah. Sri Muni Mahadev, Satguru Ki Jai. Shri Muni Mahadev, Satguru Ki Jai. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala.
Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala.
Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namo Bhagavan. Shri Murli Mahadev, Sadguru ki jai.
Shri Mahadev, Sadguru ki jai.
Om Namo Bhagavan. Om Namo Bhagavan.
With your own self. This is true devotion. This is love. God is. This love, when this love has no intent and goes nowhere but to itself, it will reveal itself to you. Whatever form you desire, manifest or unmanifest. God is this love. God is this love. God is this love. This love is God. This love is great. This love is great. inside your heart. For this love is pure and true. It is you, just me. God is this love. God is this love. God is this love. This love is God. This love is you. This love is true. This love is great. This love is great. This love is God. This love is God.
Hangout. Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. If you're in the Hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic. And sometimes I know your chat, or you can type on the Hangout chat as well. And on YouTube chat, you can post your questions over there and we will look at them. Parvati says, "Hi Father, this is the last time I'll be in your Hangout with you until the 11th of August. Retreat is till, when is the last date of the retreat? The 8th. The 11th of August. So just came for darshan and to give you some love. Thank you so much, my dear. Of course, I don't even need to say have the most wonderful time, have the most blessed time, because you will. You will. So much love to you, my dear. Thank you. And Bhagavati ji says, "Love you, Father. Thank you for tirelessly showing up for all of us." Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. And actually, I'm feeling very good these days because I started some yoga. But every time I say this, then I stop. The body feels very good. Last 3-4 days I've been doing this. Let's see, now I'm traveling tomorrow. If it continues or not. It's very good for the body.
It's very good. I'm very happy to hear this.
And thank you too for tirelessly showing up for the truth, all of you. Jerome says, Father, I want to know if the hangout is reserved for some of you, except you, for some, and the moderating, because Dinan wrote to David in chat, did I take your space? Who who have his own space in hangout? Want to be clear about that. You know what this is about?
Just sometimes like say this space, maybe I think maybe Radhika got dropped out of the hangout and
So usually what happens is that if someone is here and for some technical problem, if they drop out or something like this, then poor things, you know, they wait and they come in, and because of some technical problem or internet issue, they drop out. So then we can let them come back, isn't it? Because many of them may wait for many days to come. But besides that, except for me, I don't feel there's any.
No. Yeah.
Father, I feel like I said hello, so I'll leave so Jerome can come. I'll watch on YouTube.
If you feel like that, otherwise you're very welcome to stay as well. Whatever you feel.
I watch on YouTube. I want Jerome to come.
Okay. Thank you.
Love you. See you when I'm back. Love you.
See you. Dina says, Ananta, I took your space because I love you beyond the mind. It could be very soon that I don't even need a space. David says we got chucked out, technology-wise, isn't it? And then someone comes in. There is only a limited time I can come for, and I love to be here in your presence. Very welcome. And Nirmai says, unfortunately, no reserved seats. It's very good that we don't have this reservation system. Otherwise, what happens is that you get all these requests saying, I'm in big trouble and I have to come today. I have to come. So just to leave it at the luck of the draw. Also, like this, we found very funny once. Was it in Thiru? In Thiru, what used to happen is that people would start queuing up since 4:30 in the morning and things like this. So then Guruji felt that it's not a good idea for them to come and wait so early. So what then happened is that they started making queues. So you would have 10, 7, 8 different queues, and then there would be lots. There would be a lottery system, and then based on whichever queue comes first in the lottery, you could have come last, but still you're in the first line to go in. You see, and many were complaining about this also because they were saying, but we here waiting so early and things, and now in the draw we came last and things like that. Easiest is to just trust grace and see. All of you have reserved seats here. David said there is no special preference, so sorry if it is being interpreted in any other way. And Bhagavati ji says, dream on, Father, for my not needing space. Sangeeta says, I would like to join as well. I sent the email to Jesh other day. Is it possible to be in the Hangout? So ever since we had those incidents, then we stopped posting the Hangout link on the chat, isn't it? And it's not even safe now because Amba was doing that small session the other day and the trolls came from there also. So to post on YouTube doesn't still seem to be a very good idea. But we can send you the link. If we have your email ID, we can send you the link. And Parvati says, 1 year I do number one for every day in a week. So somehow it used to happen that Garima and I chose to stand in separate lines those days. So, and it happened that for some time like this, for a week, it was my number which was being called earlier. So then I remember praying that let it be hers today. That is better. That is. Shakti says, Father, no matter where I am, may my head be at your lotus feet. Prakash has a question. He says, Bhagwan, self-realization, to realize there is nothing to realize, is a very painful process. Going without food, beaten by people, including this happened for Ramana, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar. Is it possible to share your pain, maybe bliss process you had gone through? For me, it was this, about the outside issues with business and all that happened. Some of you know about that. That is not so important. For me also, there was this very strong just spiritual suffering from time to time. Very strong spiritual suffering from time to time that used to happen. Also, these prayers would come that God, if you cannot show me, you cannot show yourself to me, then end this life now. I'm not saying that it is important, these kind of prayers is important, just sharing because you asked that some of these can happen. Compared to these stories, yes, we hear about, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar and Ramana. Actually, for Ramana, it seemed like it was a very easy time, isn't it? Because you're just a small child, and he had something like he was feeling that something is dying, that I'm dying. And he said that even if it is death, I want to be here to see it. So he lied down on the bed or the cot, and he's just watching. Even though the body might be feeling like it is dying, something strong is happening. He said, I just want to see it. And as a young child, he had this awakening. And after that, because he lost interest in worldly things, he went and sat in caves and did many things, but I don't feel that that caused much suffering to him because the sufferer had already dissolved. And also, from whatever I've heard, I'm not an expert on Yogi Ram Surat Kumar's life, but from whatever I've heard, actually, I feel he suffered more when the setup was there for him and it seemed confined to the setup and the ashram. He was well, more to enjoy the wandering. Well, whatever I've heard, it's like this, that many times he would just leave from the ashram and just go wandering, and then someone would find him on the side of a road begging or something like this. So he felt more constricted in the ashram environment. Some very beautiful stories you hear about his life. If you ever visit Tiruvannamalai and you go to the ashram and you get the opportunity to meet Madevaki, who's an awakened being herself. If you get an opportunity to speak to her, she will share so beautifully. And some of them are so down to earth. You see, the stories which I really enjoy are not the stories of the miracles. Actually, I enjoy the stories of the down to earth. Yes. So she was like helping him manage the worldly life in some sense, even when he had the body. So she says that he would just not be interested in anything, including things like having a bath or anything like that. So there were times where she would have to force him after 2 weeks had gone by or something like this and say, no, 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 today you have to have a bath. It is so beautiful to see this feeling. There's no sense that there are people going to come and what are they going to feel about me. This body has not had a bath for so long. It's very beautiful to hear these which you don't read in the books. Nobody writes this stuff in the books. I find it very beautiful. Somebody can be so detached to the body and so much marinating in the being that even the sense of bath, alien concepts.
Where is she?
She is in the ashram in Tiruvannamalai. There's Sri Yogi Ram Surat Kumar ashram. She's there. And she's very down to earth. And most likely, if you go there and you say, I want to meet Mahadevaki, why you want to meet me for what? I don't have anything to share like this. But you can try. I know that Umati was another friend who was here from the US. She visits and she meets her as well. So if one of you go and you feel to meet her, then we can ask what is the way. Gurmeet has a question. She said, Ananta ji, जो इंक्वायरी करने को कहते हैं वो अभी सिर्फ माइंड लेवल तक है मेरे माइंड ने उसे एक प्रैक्टिस बना लिया है, मीन्स अब जब भी कोई बात मुझे बुरी लगती है, तब मैं सत्संग की बातें याद करने लगती हूँ अपने माइंड को पीस देने के लिए. I'm reading Hindi like I've never spoken Hindi. So she says that when she does the inquiry, it seems like it is restricted only till the mental level. You see, and then she's saying that she's made a practice out of it. And then she says that when she feels hurt about something, then she picks up the inquiry to feel better, to find some peace. She picks it up like this. It's very beautiful how she's even asking now this question. Because already to say that I see that the inquiry is mental itself is to go beyond the mind, isn't it? There's something which says that I see that the inquiry is also being used at the level of the mind. So this one that sees that it is at the level of the mind is already beyond the mind. Because if it is purely mindy, then you don't ask these questions. When it is just from the mind, then you say, I try the inquiry, it is working, it is not working. Then you're just speaking like the mind. But already you are saying that I see that the inquiry happens, but it seems to be only mental. So this one that can see that the inquiry is only mental, is that also mental? Is that also in the mind? See, already you are out of it. If you are taking this position of the witness, which can see that the inquiry seems to be happening in front, happening in the mind. Already so beautiful, you see. So that which can see that it is in the mind, who is this one? That is the point of the inquiry. Is that also in the mind? The one that witnesses the mind, is that also in the mind? Does it come and go with thoughts? Does it come and go with emotion? What can touch this one? Does it even want peace? The one that witnesses the mind, does it even want peace? Is it getting upset also when someone says something? Does it even get upset? But this itself is the inquiry. And it is going very well, because to ask a question like this, already there is a seeing of the mind itself. You're not speaking as the mind. You say that I see the inquiry is also taken by the mind. Who sees this? Very good. David says, Rupert sometimes talks about how the worldly life of Ramana, and says that he was really into politics and he liked reading the papers. The papers thing I've seen in the video. The politics, from what I've heard, is that it was the ashram which was involved in a lot of the Thiru politics, even at that time. And from whatever stories I've read, it seems like mostly he was detached from all of it. In fact, there's this very beautiful story where they were having this big debate about why somebody else did like this and why this is happening. And some other leader of some mutt was uh, sharing some misinformation about the ashram. And Bhagwan said that it's okay, it's good if those who are not truly seeking the truth, it's okay if they go somewhere else so that there can be more focus and attention on those who are truly seeking the truth. Yes, so I heard that it was all embroiled in a lot of politics. I'm not really sure whether Ramana still had the potential or the capacity to engage himself in the politics or not. I'd like to see that Rupert video and see how it played out. Very interesting. But it's okay, no? Also that in the outward role, all roles can be played out. But somehow there is some trouble computing this aspect. No, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So sometimes when we hear these stories, we say, what? Yes, the papers, that is well photographed and documented also. He's reading a paper, but even that moment when he's reading the paper, there's so much you can see that the reading is happening, but he's just, have you seen this? You've seen this video, no? Something is just, I'm sure it's not the content of the paper which is bringing so much. Something is just, we'll try and find it, the Rupert video. Yes, yes. It'll be fun to watch. See, so it is sometimes in our devotion that we do a disservice when we say, oh, these beings, they never got angry. You see, never got angry. So I've also heard some reports that Bhagwan would have to display his anger from time to time as well. Jerome says, I love hearing Hindi. So beautiful. Yes, yes. David says that was it. He could sometimes be sharp, Bhagwan. Yes, yes. Also, Maharaj can be very, very strong in his sharing, in his way. Because we see image of the Guru as always peaceful and one-dimensional. Yes. That's what one of these, just last week, we were sharing after Satsang that as you get closer and closer to the teacher, you will see the personal aspects and the personal sides to him also, which still continue to play out. And though for some that can be really strong satsang, can be really strong satsang. Oh, he still, has this feeling, has this, he still has an opinion about something. You can feel like that's why we feel when we're outside the singing inner circle, it seemed like would be so beautiful to be in the inner circle with the teacher. And as you get closer and closer, you say, oh, can I really deal with this aspect? Can I really deal with this aspect? Because as long as this body is here, as long as this play is here, it will operate based on some conditioning. This, for me, when it happened like this, it's very beautiful because it makes it seem more real, more approachable, more possible. Otherwise, if you're always aiming for some mental picture of freedom, which is a certain way, then you always compare and say, no, I still have this anger, I get angry sometimes or something, so therefore I'm not free yet. I still have an opinion about something, therefore I'm not free. I'm still interested in the content of the news, therefore I'm not free yet. So this is never ending. So the mind paints this picture of the master, which is very sanctified, very peaceful, peaceful all the time, always loving, always. And these pictures, these mental pictures can be a big trouble. Because then what might happen is, you might hear me one day shouting at my children saying, you better study and you have exam tomorrow, and things like this. You know, he's not always peaceful. He's always grinning in satsang, but otherwise, look at that. So there's no attempt ever here to hide something which as it plays out. Because that would be so manipulative and so misleading also, actually. You must see it exactly as it is. Jerome says Sri Mataji read newspaper every day and TV news also. It was only for her to put her divine attention to world problems and spread some blessings and grace. She also encouraged Sahaja Yoga. Yogi do the same. Nobody is engaged with politics. And David says, and if we are relating to person and not presence, then we might find ourselves leaving Sangha and Satsang exactly. We said no the other day that if you're relating to even the master personally, then this relationship cannot last. Cannot last. But once we see that the master is my own holy presence, my own presence which is here, which is just manifesting, appearing in front of me, then that bond cannot be broken. That relationship cannot be broken.
Father, can I come up?
Yes, my dear. Yes, my dear.
There was some urge here to come up, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. There were a lot of thoughts here right now, starting with your first words. Actually, you said something like, "Thank you for all of you coming every day in for the truth here too." You know, and a lot of was going on, and I actually there's this so much betraying going on here. You know, and hiding, and it's unbelievable actually. In what so and right now I had the feeling I'm that I know I have no words for it. You know, I don't know what truth is at all. I totally lost everything. What of course is nonsense, but something really tries to claim everything, just really everything. And I just had this strong urge just to come up and put it here, even I really don't know exactly what it is always. I just found out this morning. I was just sitting quietly and for a short time, not so long, and so really a lot of energies just want to get experienced. And what I'm doing actually is running away from them all day, and just out of habit, because when I sit and just let them be, it's actually very beautiful. Even this uncomfortable energies which are coming, and but the habit is truly just to distract me from all of this, and this is what is going on actually almost the whole day in a way, even with watching satsang. I have the feeling that this is even distracting me from myself in a way. I use it to distract me from myself, even satsang, and that then just sitting silently, and yeah, I just want to I just felt to say this and make it open. Thank you.
Very good, very good. So, actually, Satsang means to be in the company of truth. By definition itself, Satsang means to be in the company of truth. I like better to say to be in the company of your own being, to be with your own presence in Satsang. And this actually seems for most of us like the refuge from the worldly, domestic issues and distractions. To just be here and just marinate in this presence of satsang takes care of a lot of things where many would have to do lots of practice and prayer and meditation, lots of things. We find that just automatically when we gather together in the Sadguru's grace, when we gather together like this with the will of the Father, we find just energetically something moves. And our own presence is so clearly available. From my own experience, actually, what I can say is that to be in satsang is the simplest way. Of course, it can be different for all of you, but to be in satsang for me has been the simplest way to dissolve all concepts, ideas. So even if it seems like sometimes that the words of satsang are distracting, people are asking some questions or the answers don't seem to make sense. Even if all that is happening, I find that something is working at a different level as well. This is what my experience was.
Yes, I totally agree with that. But I just want, you know, there's always someone watching satsang all the time. You know, there's just, you know, there's all the time this ego with in satsang, watching satsang, listening to satsang, and all that, you know, and the I just had this feeling, and you know, I have to be in satsang, or this doing is some doing is always with it in a way. Not always, I would not say always, but often, you know. And yes, I just had very much, you know, and so this everything claiming, really everything, and everything knowing, and it's so tiring. And I just felt really much to put it here at your feet. I cannot really take it serious when I'm with you here. I truly cannot take it serious, but I just had to make it open.
You know, as you were saying this, a visual was coming in front of me saying that when we come to satsang, it's not just one place that we need. We're not asking for just one place in the hangout, we want two places. One for me and one for my ego. So both of us have to come to satsang. And then, this is what I've been saying also last few days, isn't it? So I'm saying ABC, DEF, and the ego then will take this and it will say, but this means that now you have understood. You know, it is interpreting everything, claiming yes, 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 no, no, no. It is sitting over there, and you're saying, so don't look at the guy next to you. Just look at me. And then it keeps saying, it will shout, try to get your attention, it will do all of this. Listen to me, I'm helping. But actually it is not. Then much easier.
Sorry.
You can say.
I so much enjoyed Petra yesterday. I think it was yesterday, with your and your play with Petra, with all these ideas, and which she really truly answered, and that was so. I truly liked it. Touched me. It really touched me, and I love this integrity. I truly love it. Yes, and it's just I just love it. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I don't have the feeling right now that I actually said anything, but I don't know really what it is for. I truly don't know anything. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my dear. Very useful, no? Very useful when we look at this. And there's this sense that I am in satsang. It also seems like somebody else joined us, uninvited guest, which is the ego. And sometimes it can paint all kinds of stories. Sometimes it's just sitting like a judge over there. Yes, yes, this is right, what he says, this is right, this is wrong. And judging everybody else also in satsang. See this question, it's not nice. See this response, she's not really listening to Ananta. You see this, so this guy is sitting over there and sharing all these stories with you. So are we really in satsang, or are we in satsang with this guy? I remember once we had a silent intensive in Thiru with Guruji, and we were there, and somebody came with a beautiful testimony. Says Guruji came in the evening, the first day, and said, from now on, you'll be in complete silence. And then they had made some plan that next morning they will go to Arunachala, all of them. So they went, and during that time, so many people forgot about the silence. And they were saying, don't go here, like this, and like this. And then what was happening is that she was boiling in this. She was boiling in this, that how can they forget? It is the Guru who has given the instruction. And she was really raging with this thing. And this went on half an hour. And then what happened is somebody just said something that, be careful, you'll slip, or something like this. And she shouted at that person, saying, don't you know we're supposed to be in silence? And so then her breaking of the silence was stronger than anything else that she had heard from the outside. And she came and she exposed this. After the retreat was over, she shared like this, that it was such a beautiful teaching for me, such a beautiful lesson for me. Because silence is not just this speaking silence, but silence truly is not listening to what is going on in the mind. Because it was because of this believing, oh, she is not keeping silent, he is not keeping silent. This was worse than if she had spoken a few words. So like this judge can be sitting over there judging everything, everyone, saying, look at this one, he's following the teaching so well, look at this one, not doing a good job at all. This one has understood, this one has not understood. All this can come. So although being in a Sangha is very beautiful, it also comes with these things. That we're constantly benchmarking ourselves, we're saying this one is here, this one is there. Observe this judgmental mind that all of us seem to still carry and say. And it spares nobody. Nobody it spares. It's also keeping some track of the top 10 list of masters and saying, this one is over here. See, today now he did so well. Now today I will move him up. He moves up to number 3 spot. Something like this. It can be very subtle like this, but I know I'm trivializing it, but actually if you check within, you will see that all this judging still happens. If you were to keep this judge just aside, fire the judge, and let God take care of all justice, everything that needs to be done. This judge, or we can call it some truthometer or something. We have this internal truthometer which is saying, constantly judging everything for, oh, this is truth, this is truth, this is not truth, this is truth. So if you already know the truth, then what are we doing here anyway? If you have this truthometer, then we're judging everything that we read or we see through the teacher or through others in the Sangha, and you are saying, yes, this is true. So throw away this truthometer.
There's something else to start out. I don't know, but I feel like it's not really a lot of thoughts, but feels like a person's space. I don't know what that is.
So you're just checking whether we are on group. It feels like something personal is there.
Yeah. Like sometimes I can just see that I'm seeing from an empty space, and sometimes it's like from a personal space. But I don't know what that is. I just feel like something like sometimes it feels like a personal space is coming up to just go out, and I feel like right now I'm seeing from there.
So if you look at this, you'll see that actually not possible to see from the personal space. So when we say that we're looking at things personally, it means that we're looking, and also buying from the mind. So the looking, which is just what it is. Then it's just a simple looking with no resistance. It is the continuous buying that is happening of the thoughts, which seems to make it personal. Because the looking is just the looking. If you're not buying anything to the mind right now, then you cannot become personal. Because personal identity relies on thought.
I don't know what thoughts I was buying actually.
Yes, that's okay.
But it felt like yeah.
It seems like the universal seeing which we speak about gets constricted or contaminated because it becomes personal. And this only happens when we have picked up a concept. We've got something. Now,
Something is coming up saying just whatever it is, just leave it. I remember like last night when I went to bed, there was this sudden rush of like the mind trying to convince that, and sometimes it tries really well, like tries to,
yes.
like satsang is all fake,
Yes.
like the sangha is fake, like not like sangha, it's like all this is fake and this is real, like the world, like it's trying, like and the only thing, like if you can do anything is choose to just be in the seeing, like just are you aware now really that question is so potent at that time, because when you realize you're only seeing all of this, and it just falls into like a black hole. It's just, it tries really hard, like like really convincingly, like all this, like I really don't even know what I'm doing inside, like I couldn't find anybody actually coming to satsang this morning.
This is a very good point, and that's why I stress so much on your direct experience. See, because if I just give you some concept, and then because you love me or believe me, you pick it up and say, yes, I am awareness, or I am being. Then if it remains just a concept and the mind comes strong like this, I can say, this is fake, you've just been brainwashed. It can come like this, it's just brainwashing in satsang. All that is happening is brainwashing. They've discovered this trick to brainwash people and make followers out of them. So all that is happening in satsang is this brainwashing process. So then if it has just been conceptual, what has been heard, then something will get very shaken. See, how do I know it's not just brainwashing? How do you know? Because I can check for myself what I am right now.
Nothing apart from checking works.
Nothing apart from checking works, yes.
Nothing. It's like at that moment it's so strong, and only that moment counts. Nothing in the past counts. No experience.
In that moment, all trust, all devotion, faith seems to go out of the window. Yeah, I know this because I'm speaking from my own experience. All of this that we say will never leave actually is out the window very quickly. I've just been brainwashed. I've just been something. This is all fake lies. This is our real life. This life of a person is our real life. So if you do not have the ability to check, then it can be that you start believing that this is real life. Okay? But that's why I keep stressing you must be able to check and speak from our experience. So something, so these pointings, are you aware now? Can you stop doing now? You see, these tools might come and help over there. You're checking. But once you check, then really, because this is what I see.
Yeah, because at times there's really like no sense of what is real anymore. Like even if satsang is real or the world, like it's like sometimes it's very shaky. Like what is real? is there anything real at like, and even are you aware now doesn't really answer a question. It's just like, okay, everything just empties out, that's all. And I don't even know what I'm saying.
It's okay, it's okay. You can look at this. Have you this question, what is truly real, can also be added to our list of contemplations. And also this, let us do this together. You say when this question, are you aware now comes, there is no answering of the question, it just empties everything out. So let's look together. Are you aware now? What happened?
It's just like a silence. I'm aware of that.
So even if I came and said, no, you are not aware, would you believe me?
I'll have to check that now.
Yes, you know, you must check. Even if God comes in front of you and says, you are not aware, when you're checking, what happens?
I really don't know, like something's like not sure what awareness is either. Like it's like that. It's a word.
But would you buy the answer that I am not aware?
No.
Because there's something deeper than the mental knowing of what awareness is. Deeper than the mental knowing of what awareness is the true knowing of what you are. See, so you say that even if God comes in front of me and says you are not aware, when I check, although I can't make out what this awareness is, I cannot believe that I'm not aware. The awareness is here, I'm aware. Without even being able to come to that conclusion, it seems that the truer seems to be that awareness is here. The false seems to be that you are not aware.
It seems like last few days it just feels like there's no, like when I say I, like until some time ago I was an entity, but there is really no like entity, like feels like I is universal. It's not like a separate entity. Like, I can't put that in words, but I'm here.
But as what?
But
I cannot define.
Yes, and it's not like a separate, like a glass or a body. It's like, so.
Just here.
Yeah. It's not like, it doesn't, some things it's not settled in yet, like, you know, that sense of I'm here, like more clarity or something like that.
It can seem a little unsettling actually to see that I always presume that I'm here as an entity. Now I cannot find the entity and yet I am here.
Yeah.
Initially this can seem unsettling, but as you settle with this, then nothing can unsettle you. Only the presumed sense of identification as an entity then needs to be defended or then wants to attack. Once you see that you are not here as an entity at all, then everything is allowed, nothing is resisted. And why the question, am I aware now, seems very unsatisfactory to the mind, because the mind cannot derive any conclusion from it. And yet instantly I know I am aware. So this knowing of myself, this seeing of myself, this being aware of awareness itself is beyond the reach of the mind. So the mind said, but nothing happens. The confusion can come that when I ask the question, am I aware now? You see, oh, nothing happened. Why does he say this is his most potent question? Or whatever. Nothing happened for me. So then you must ask, so how do I know the answer is yes? Without this primal knowing, without this primal seeing, how do I know the answer is yes? Why am I veering towards yes and not no? Even if it's not a conclusive yes. Why does it seem more real to be able to say yes? I'm aware, of course. You say no, no, I'm not aware. Because the mind needs a phenomenal experience to come to a conclusion. This is the only seeing, experiencing which is not phenomenal. You're being aware of yourself. What else can be aware of awareness? So this actually is the first question that we put in the contemplations, which is what is aware of itself? What can be aware? Let's make it even simpler. Firstly, what can be aware? Is there a phenomenal entity that can be aware? Is it a part of an attribute of the brain that, yes, this one is more aware than this one? The world can use the word aware like that, but you know what I'm saying. So this awareness remains unchanged. So what can be aware that there is sleep state, there is waking state, there is dream state? What is it that can be aware? So even before we can ask what is aware of itself, let's ask what can be aware. What is it that can be aware? And the mind will come up with some answers like the brain or something like this. But you find that which brain? Which? The dream body brain, which feels like that is my body, or this body brain? Where is all of this in the sleep state? Some of us also say we have out-of-body experiences. Then what does the brain have to do with that which is out of the body? See, if it is only the brain which is aware, then how can we have an out-of-body experience? How is the brain connected with that which is out of the body? So let's find that which can be aware, even before we can say what is aware of itself.
Right now it feels like very unsettling and something that I don't want to be awareness. I just
I don't want to be aware.
and
Like it's a bad habit or something.
like,
I don't want to be aware.
It's like why did you have to go to start Satsang? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just be normal. I don't really know anything. Like I don't know anything. I don't know what's true. Anything. Like, I don't even know who's this.
I've just noticed, you know how I shared like the contractions that have been happening
Yes.
here in the energy. I used to like have a story that it was from believing thoughts or like anxiety, but now it just comes, and like even when I'm looking, it comes really strong. And one of the contemplations and it's here right now, and it's like just, I can see there's something that doesn't maybe want it to be here, but then that's seen too. That makes sense. One of the contemplations, I don't know if it's on the list or not, but what's the distance between you and this awareness, and is there someone who's aware, and you can see there's not, and then like it comes really strong, and there's not so much like a thought around it, it's just it comes really strong, and I just wanted to share that with you.
So this sense of there being a contraction, I also experienced many times after satsang, especially if some energetic movement has happened, then it can seem like something is just. But what happens is, like I was telling you in the chat, that just bring your attention to it with no intention, and you find that it might initially seem to intensify a bit, but then as you keep your attention with it gently, more and more it will dissolve. So this is for all of you actually who sense some energetic something inside. You feel there's some energetic contraction or something like this. And just all you have to do is gently keep your attention with it. No intention for it to go or to stay. Nothing. Just keep your attention with it and let it play itself out. And just in your attention itself, it will dissolve more and more. If it gets too much sometimes, then you tell me. And then you...
Yeah, sometimes it gets hard to breathe.
Yoga is good. Actually, it's very good for all this energetic thing also.
Yeah. And what you suggested is really helpful. Yeah. It's just been good as well, good contemplation, and just watch it and watch the attention goes to it.
It cannot last. It just attention without intention is there. It will dissolve itself. Priya says, "Can I come up, please?" Of course you can.
Hello, Father.
Hello, my dear.
Yeah, just two things. First of all, I just want to tell you that I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too, so much, so much.
I love you so much, and I can see that the love for you is deepened, but quietened. It's still the same love, but the dynamic has changed. It's somehow, gone stiller, like a peaceful ocean.
And all sense of distance, all sense of separation is dissolving. Then the form of expression also comes. Seems like, oh, this is. Do I really need to express like this? Something? Because you see that there's so much oneness that it becomes a love which cannot be defined, it cannot be expressed.
Yeah. Yeah. At first it was such a chaotic, so chaotic, but it's really settled. And the other thing is, someone said something and it's sort of just provoked something to come out here, and I feel like in this that there's actually, it's gonna sound everything I say I always feel like it sounds awful, but it's not awful, but it sounds awful. Is that there's a complete loss, like when I'm sort of like, you know, hanging around the house, you know, the person voice will say its stuff, and it'll say things like, you've got nothing to look forward to now. You've lost everything. Everything's gone. Everything you do, you're just pretending. You know, like I'm going LARPing tomorrow, and you know, it's like, yeah, I'm going LARPing, but really, it's just like, you know.
Yes, yes.
And the person's voice can go, look, you've lost everything. There's nothing left. But how it appears, what's been lost? It's nothing. It can go because it's just trouble that's been lost, really.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And when it comes back in again, it's just like, I just see, oh, here comes trouble, you know.
Was there a show like that or a song? Here Comes Trouble?
Sounds like it.
Something.
That's what they say, isn't it, to like young kids who are naughty? Oh, here comes trouble.
Trouble. Yes. Yes, but it can seem, no, that LARPing, I love it so much, but now it's okay, actually.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
okay.
you know.
Enjoyable, it's fun, but ultimately even this LARP is meaningless, just like any other LARP.
It's just meaningless, and whatever seems to be happening, and it's just like just going along with it. Well, it's not
Yeah.
even going along with it. It's just I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's just so okay. It's all really okay. It's more than okay, but I can't put that into words. Yeah, and I just really love watching the play of the being pretending to be a person. It's such a, because it still happens, you know. The identification comes in, then goes out, but it's like somehow it's a bit like how you say, you know, you've had deep sleep. When the play of the person comes, you know you've had deep sleep. You know that the play's been happening. I don't know if you,
Yeah.
yeah, you see that, yeah. Yeah.
So happy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel also to say that some of you who are new to Satsang sometimes might find that I'm not available all the time to answer questions or something like this. I get some messages now on Facebook also, which now I should start forwarding to Ananta answers. But you know, now the Sangha itself is so beautiful that if you have some questions, you can easily go. You can go to Priya, for example. She'll be shocked first. She'll say, "Why are you asking me?" or something like this. Just send the question to her, and something will emerge very beautiful. Only not on her lap. How many days is your live action role play? 4 days. So 4 days starting tomorrow. After that, you can send questions to her as well.
I'm always a bit scared if someone asks me a question that I'm going to come across too harsh. That I feel like I don't have the gentle words that you have, you know. But
You'll start trusting. You'll start trusting it more and more. And even if your expression has to be like Maharaj, so what? It's okay.
because I feel here that I feel here like there's only two things. There's the person, which is the oneness playing total delusion,
Yes.
or oneness. I can't find the in between. Because that's how it is here. It plays out as like utter delusion or loss of delusion. I can only find those two things.
Yes, that's all that it is.
Yeah, yeah. So if someone asks me a question, it might be quite likely that it's going to come from those two places, because I can't find that nice medium in between. But it's all okay. It doesn't matter.
Very, very, very happy.
Thank you.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, I was just sitting today and I just feel this much tiredness from the pain. And I was thinking, because last night after Satsang, Amba was chatting to Amba and she said, oh, do you take any painkillers? And I said no, and then I realized I don't even know where I put the prescription, because he gave me a prescription. I didn't buy it, and I don't even know where I put it. And it feels like something wants to experience this. It's like, well, why? Like, it's almost like something wants to just totally, like, sit in this pain. And at some level, it feels okay, but at another level, it feels like I don't get it. Because it's like an addiction that's wanting to sit in it. So,
Yes. The pain itself has become like a comfort zone. In fact, you were very shaky when there was no pain, or this sense that the pain is bothering you was not there. Okay, now what do I do now? Something is there saying, this is my old friend pain, it has to be here, it feels comfortable.
then what do I do? Like,
What do you feel? You should take some painkillers? Yeah.
I think the fear is why I resisted that like the whole time. Is like, if I start, then how am I going to? If it's not actually taking away the root of the pain, then how will I stop? Because then I have to take them.
You get addicted to them.
Yeah, that's the reason why I've never really taken prescription painkillers.
But this one is for the pain from the therapy itself, right?
Yes, well, yeah.
Because then when the therapy stops, then I'm presuming that the pain from the therapy also won't be there. Just for that. That'll be a bit weird. There's no therapy, but the pain from the therapy still. I think we can take. If you feel that it is manageable, then it's okay. But if you feel that it's some sort of a habit to keep bring yourself in this painful situation, then it's okay. Is it more fearful This question, what do I do when the pain is not there? I'm more uncomfortable this way, or
No, I think I just think, oh, am I just addicted to it? So what, like,
yeah.
and not just this short term, what I do in the short term, but more this is addiction to pain.
Yes. But we are hoping that the therapy will help the root cause of the pain.
Yes.
This is just like when the person is dissolving, you think, so what do I do now? Because there's no problem to deal with. No, what should I do? I don't know what's next because I find something here, same way like this. The pain is dissolving or there's some solution like a painkiller. And saying, but if it's not there, then what am I, how am I supposed to plan this? So suppose now what will happen when you take the painkiller, when the pain subsides or reduces, then so take it just one step at a time. Don't worry so much about future. Will I be addicted to this? If the doctor is giving you a prescription for it, then it's okay. There's no reason to. See, there's also an aspect of you which feels like you deserve to have pain. So this one we don't have to feel anymore. Because of all the guilt of the past and all those things, there's something which feels like my pain is sort of my penance for all that I've done as a 6-year-old child. So it's very ludicrous when we just look at it logically. But something feels that, yes, this is my penance. So then just take it one step at a time. Take the painkiller, see how it feels. Whether you feel comfortable with it. Let's not create a full plan. Just the next step. Just the next step.
Except because the doctor gave
Yeah.
the therapist, she said to me, well, if you can, don't take them because they kind of in some sense, she said she wants the side effects to be there because it's part of the healing. If you take a painkiller, it kind of it kind of interferes with. She said, "Oh, if you can bear it." I'm like,
you don't know me. I can bear all kinds.
but I might try.
You see, you have a threshold for yourself. I know you have a pain threshold which is more than usual. So if you say, okay, I'm going to take a painkiller when it comes to 75% of my pain threshold, and it starts to become really.
I think more than actual, like, it doesn't feel unfair. Again, it doesn't feel unfair because I'm used to it. But I would say, oh, if there's an addiction, then I'm somehow.
Yes, but the thing with this is even the therapy pain reduces as the therapy goes along. So then let's keep it simple. So if you find that it's at 70-75% of your threshold, then you pop a painkiller. If it's not, then obviously. And if you find that as the pain keeps reducing, if you're struggling with the reducing pain, then you can bring it up. I know it sounds funny to most people say, struggling with reducing pain. What does that mean?
No, I know.
Because it's a sort of a comfort zone.
It's like familiar.
Yeah, it's a habit. That itself gives you some indication that it's like an addiction. That like smokers, that I know it's not good for me, and I shouldn't want it, but it's so just comfortable. I know that. Yeah, but don't have some complexity around the plan for it. Just keep it simple. If you feel it becomes strong, then just take one. And as you struggle with the reduction in pain, hopefully, not the struggling with the reduction, then you can bring it up. But you feel it is helping somewhere?
There.
Yeah.
personally. I don't know yet. Right now, I think somewhere inside it feels yes, because she's undoing, when she said it was 24 years of some chronic, and at some level it feels yes. There's a yes, you know. So it wasn't. It's not so much the pain that brought this question. It's the fact that the addiction aspect of it. Let's say something else, but I don't know how to say it.
You want to say it on the broadcast? It's okay, we can take it later after the this thing. Or do you want to turn off the mic? You can wait on it if you like, and if it comes up, you say. Otherwise, after Satsang. Don't struggle with it. Whatever. Don't struggle with it. Whatever it is.
I want to say it because I've been.
Okay, say it.
I'm hesitating because.
Tell me. Can you hear me now? Yes? Almost like a new Hangout. What were you talking about? Yeah. Jenny's got a glum face today. Let's see. She's smiling a bit. I should start doing this in Satsang every time. Pick on the glum faces. All good, my child. All good with you? Shanti wants to come. You can come, my dear. Yeah.
Namaste, Guruji. Namaste. I'm a bit sick today. I've been going on for a week.
Can't hear you so well.
Just for a moment.
Just for a moment.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I hear you now. Yes.
I hear you.
I hear you.
I hear my
I
voice.
hear my voice. Oh, you hear an echo coming? Okay, I'll mute from here.
Yeah. Guruji Pranam. Everything I have in my heart, I lay it at your lotus feet. In love, I let my mind rest in peace at your feet. I'm good, but my voice is very... It has been going for a week now, and flashes have been coming up. It's all something attached with fear. Fear from the past, and fear things I used to do, and I'm fine. They were very struggling for this present moment. and then I couldn't sort it out in myself that I was capable of doing or not. You know, I was just lacking like abilities and capabilities, and then I also felt like everything was confusing inside my head, and I couldn't speak clearly. So today I want to lay all this whole bundle of it and expose it. I don't know. It is like human conditions, and then how you have expressed us to us that our mind has got one conditions itself, that it throws all the negativity when we are coming to the clearer, to the final, I mean to the final process. Yeah. So it just tries to attack in certain different places, or it picks one small challenges in your life path, or like a situation during the events of the living, like human living. I mean, like worldly lives. So it has been doing that, and I've been flushing out a lot, but I think inside me it's empty, and that is the beautiful thing I feel. That's why it feels me like I'm relaxed. My eyes are relaxed, and inside I feel okay. But one part of me is like it's holding some kind of still suffering and pain and fear, and that's where it just throws 1, 2, 3, all the like thoughts. So I need your guidance, and I have to attend a very important meeting tomorrow, and that's what probably why it all has come up.
Very good what she's sharing. One thing we should be able to see now is that there can be pain, there can be other emotion, there can be anger, there can be fear, there can be lust, there can be rage. All of this can come. See? All of these can come and they go. But suffering means something else. Suffering relies on the person idea. All suffering is personal. So therefore suffering must rely on some thought. Even it could be a thought like this pain should not be there. It could be a thought which says, why do I still get angry? Then we picked up a concept which presumed that you are person again. You see? So there is a big difference between pain, anger, fear, all of these we can put in one category, and suffering is in a different category because suffering is personal. All the rest is just appearances which are coming and going, states which are coming and going. Just like a dream is coming and going, just like waking state is coming and going, just like sleep is coming and going, everything else is coming and going. But suffering relies on an idea. Suffering relies on a concept.
Yeah.
And the quickest way to be rid of this personal suffering is not to believe your next thought.
Yeah.
Okay? Especially a thought which says, oh, but can't be that simple. Maybe he didn't get the question properly. All these thoughts can come. No, my suffering is special. My suffering is more energetic. Or something like this can come. But irrespective of whatever it is, it cannot really be called suffering unless there is a concept which has been picked up. Something which makes it personal.
Yeah. I mean,
So once we keep this aside, once we keep this personal aspect aside, then you can say, yes, there's still strong pain that comes. Okay? And then when this pain comes, and we are keeping the person aside for some time, we say, who is it affecting? Is the witness of the pain really affected by it? Then when you start using this for your inquiry, like right now the body is sick. So what happens here also is when the body becomes sick, I start having fun with it, you see, because I start inquiring into, because there's some new energy which is felt. Sickness energy, you can isolate that and you can play with it, you can see this is what feels like. And sometimes it might happen that you go on like this inquiring for days. For many days you're just inquiring, you're having so much fun with the sickness energy that something has to remind you saying, okay, this infection has been in the body for too long now. You better take some medication or something. It happened also once here, no? That we said, I remembered it was Sunday when it started, and I started just experimenting, looking at these energies, what they were doing, when they come and when they're not here, like this. And then very soon it was next Sunday. So 1 week had gone, and this energy was not going away, illness was not going away, but it was just being experimented with. So when this reminder came in this way that okay, 7 days like this, and infection not getting better, then it felt okay, better take some antibiotics to sort it out. But we cannot say we suffered from it.
We can't say something.
Unless we resist it in some way, that I should not be sick. Why does it always happen to me? What's going to happen to my meeting? Then all of this can become suffering. You see?
Yeah.
It is just what it is, and we're just watching it. And actually, it becomes fun to watch like this. That oh, this energy was not there yesterday. When this illness came, then it seemed like this constricting thing, And what is it doing? It seems to be constricting my breaths. Then you can watch like this, and it becomes very interesting actually. I'm not encouraging too much like this because again, like me, will forget to heal the body if it becomes just like that. We have no expectation that just watching the body should heal or something. Then that becomes another part of the suffering. Okay?
I see that.
Don't have expectation that this should heal now. Now I'm awakening, I'm becoming spiritual, so my car should always be in the best working condition.
That's the belief, like we've been conditioned from childhood that become more spiritual, everything God is like God, like nothing wrong to the body, nothing, the life is wrong, it's like those. So yeah, I think it's the condition too. I have surrendered that, but maybe it's all needs some time and space.
Very good, very good. Just see like this. When we just see like this, then we see how silly these concepts were. When you're just watching like this, it's like saying, okay, now I'm awake. The painting in my house should never chip. It should just stay as it is. My roof should never leak. The laws of nature now stop applying to me because now I'm awakened.
Yeah.
Yes, but one thing that does change is that you will not be able to say so easily that I am suffering because of it. Because you will not be able to find the I which is suffering.
Yeah.
I find that even in the illness, even in the sickness, we find that this is a very beautiful, quiet, sober energy.
Yeah.
Something maybe needed to experience this energy to neutralize. Because if all our experience always was about these happy, bubbly, joyous energy all the time, then maybe it needs to be counterbalanced. You see, we're not resisting even this. And when we find that we're not resisting even these energies, then we don't have attachment to other energies like joy, bliss. Then everything is okay. Everything can come and everything is okay. This okayness is more important than everything being perfect. We are okay with everything, that itself is perfection.
I feel that this whole thing is like, I don't know who is suffering. Where is all these things when I look at it? And also I don't know where to feel okayness.
Where to feel what?
Okayness, where is this place where I feel okayness? There's no center, like, and neither I can find where is the suffering.
That itself is okayness. To find no center for the suffering is itself what I mean by neutrality or okayness.
But there is no resting place there.
Resting place presumes that you are one that needs rest. You itself are the resting place.
Sorry, come again.
I'm saying that rather than presuming that you are one that needs to rest, what is true? Is it not true that you are that in which this entire universe is resting?
Yeah, it's all empty again.
Yes. So this entire phenomenal play is resting in you, in your emptiness. It's like God is saying, where do I rest? When there is no person, there is only God.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You say, I can't find person now. I can't find this person. If person not found, then you are God. Now, does God have this need to rest? Or did we pick up the person idea again that wants some rest? You see, and again, we are not speaking to the body. Body can need rest. It's okay. Body can rest is perfectly fine. But where you are coming from is not from the body level, isn't it? You were saying that inside I don't find a place. All is just space. If all is just space or emptiness, then where do I rest? So this space itself you are. You're resting as yourself, in yourself. But to a person it can seem a little scary. To an idea it can seem
It wants to come back again with something.
yes.
And it keeps coming back. Like, that's what I find. Whole time I've been watching it, and then it comes some thoughts with scary something. So I would just tell you something. If you can see this, then I'll see. Is it clear?
Just keep it steady for the flow of life continues. Then
Inside the heart is all like bliss and virtues of love and life, and outside is like all flying away in the sky, all the worries, pain, suffering. And it's like it's a beautiful weight. I see it's flying, so heart is opening up with something. And it's letting go, let a space for. So outside it's like all this, it's flying away. And inside it's like all the virtues of love. And I mean, this was coming up before this satsang started.
Yes, what you must do is you can take a photo of this on your phone and then you can send it to us because it's not so clear when we look like this.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like it's how I see it now. Inside there's a heart. And before probably it was custom with conditions, and it was so hard to see the softness of it for a long time, I would say. And then this week, probably first 2-3 days was very war. Like there was a fight, war going on in my head. Then the sickness came again. And then today I just saw everything is flying out of this heart. It's like in the air, it's like a balloon. It only remains like virtues of love, beauty, humility, kindness, compassion.
I very much like to see it. If you can send it to me on Facebook or something, that will be very nice.
I'll try, yeah. I'm not very good with computers and all that, but I'll try.
On your phone also you might have this
Yeah. Yes, yes. Yes, I will. I will complete it when we sit down in quiet silence. So these fears and things are again making condition. When it comes, they cause suffering. Yes. Should I be worried?
Does the fear cause suffering or the fear is just fear? When you make it about yourself, then it becomes suffering.
It causes anxiety in the stomach and in the heart area, like I don't know which area. It's like gut and so it causes like congestion.
Yes. Like a contraction can be felt. And who's suffering because of that? Contraction is there. You are witnessing the contraction. Where is the one who's suffering?
Well, when I'm in the other space, then I don't suffer. When I'm here, I do. It's like I'm still congested or somehow joined with it. You know, with the joint with the identity self.
Joint where? Where is the joint?
With the identity self in that space. Or some belief is still there.
Yes,
Isn't it?
but identity is just imagination. So this anxiety is felt at the body level. Identity is at the imagined level. You see? So how does it connect? Only through our belief we connect this energetic appearance with something which is imagined, isn't it? If you don't believe that it is connected, then can you show how it is connected to the identity?
But it slips so quickly, like so slips.
Sometimes initially it can seem like it's very, just because habit is there to associate it with my pain, my anxiety. That's why the minute we put it my, then we've identified this imagined me and this energetic movement. But no energetic movement can touch the space in which it is happening. You are that space. In fact, you are the space in which the space is coming. But it's okay, we won't complexify it. It's just that you are the space in which all this experiencing is happening, and the me is only an idea. So now you will start seeing that no matter what the energetic movement is, it does not touch the space which I am.
Father, then why is a bundle of this thing still there?
Bundle of what? This energy or bundle of this imagination?
No energy inside.
The energy.
Yeah, yeah. In the gut area.
Once you lose the one that has a problem with it, then this also might start getting reduced.
So I accept it or surrender it? Accept.
Same thing, yes. Or you inquire. Or you inquire and say, who's suffering because of this? Can I find this one? It can seem like for a while there are two different things. One is the openness or the acceptance, and the second is the inquiry. But it can also be just an inquiry in openness itself. These two can also merge. You see. Okay, my dear, all my blessings to your body also to heal fast. All my blessings are with you. There's a bit of a queue and I have to leave soon, so let's catch up with all the other questions as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Your lotus feet I bow. Thank you so much. All the best for everyone in life, all the Sangha people, and yourself and your family. Thank you. Oh, Namah Shivaya. I'll go now, so I'll leave a space for someone else. Thank you.
Yes. Jayani wanted to come. Jayani can come.
Namaste, Father. I joined late, so I apologize if I'm out of the flow of satsang, out of the flow of what happened earlier on. I just really felt to be in the hot seat. Just to be with you. Yesterday when Petra was sharing, or you were doing the sharing with Petra, I actually don't even know what I'm saying.
Okay. What when the interaction with Petra was on, what happened? I was doing that salesman thing.
Yes, and I saw how thoughts were brought here, Father. The thoughts of, I can get it, I can lose it. I still haven't got it yet. And how that perpetuates then that the spiritual ego that wants to hide, a spiritual ego that compares. And it's just thoughts that are bought.
Yeah.
It's all just thoughts that are bought. And what has absolutely nothing to do with what's true, and it's just like it just, yes, at the root of it is just, I don't know, perpetuating an idea that there's something to do or to be done. Like you said, like this exam is over, but you still feel like you're writing it. And there's something that I just wanted to bring to you is like there's something that's very hesitant to do, the sharing. And it's that part that says, well, I haven't got it. And it always arises in this stupid hangout and in this blessed hangout. And with the Sangha, and so this whole idea of then sharing then elicits this, well, this energy of then, well, you know, you've got to know something. And I know this is all nonsense, but I wanted to bring it to you because I know they're all thoughts, but sometimes they get bought into, and there's a stickiness to them. And I totally know that they're nonsense and that there is nothing to get, and there's nothing, but something buys that.
I feel this is a very nice quote you came up with today, no? That all suffering is just thoughts which are bought.
Yeah.
All suffering is just thoughts which are bought. Now we see not buying any thought. Then now?
No.
So it's very good, isn't it? So when the interaction happened with Petra, and the other interactions can happen, you find that, oh, this is still here, it's being bought. So then when you find this, you must celebrate, I feel, no? Rather than feeling sad about it. You must celebrate, oh, this is another discovery. Something that was being bought is now being kept aside.
Yes. No, it's very joyful. I just always cry when I come in front of you because I love you so much.
I love you too.
Thank you, Father.
So did we get through that sharing thing or no?
I don't know. I don't know. There's also this.
Some satsang for some of you, no?
Yes. Yes. And you know, the mind will say, I don't have time because my children are all around, and that is a practicality, but it is a bit of an excuse here as well. So.
I feel that some of you can also do what Priya did, no? Because there can be this thing that they might ask me questions, and I don't know what the response. So sometimes what you can just do is, even when there's nothing to say, just put on your phone recording and just see if something comes up.
Yeah, and I feel much more comfortable with that because I feel like when there's quiet, when my whole family's asleep, that's when I sit, and often that's when I write. Writing happens. It just flows, but there's no like, okay, well, I'm going to sit down now and I'm going to now share from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Have to fetch the kids at 12:30. It goes into that space. It doesn't seem like it doesn't work here. It doesn't work like that here, you know. So
then what you do is you say already that I write, and so you can share your writings. It doesn't have to be broadcast. It doesn't have to be any format. It can be anything. But I'm enjoying very much this satsang that's happening for.
I still really feel there's still a lot of resistance to it because like there's this thing about I can see how the spiritual ego plays here, and then is so clever, you know, and so I don't feel any the like the ickiness, the smell of that is so pungent that then just kind of I kind of, I don't know, I just rather not go there. Do you know what I mean?
Is it that? that much.
No.
We can make something out of it.
Yeah.
It's really look really that pungent.
No, just yeah. It's just another story. It's just another thought, Father. Thank you for letting me bring it to you.
You're welcome, my dear.
Thank you.
So no conclusions, even about how you are or how your spiritual ego is. None of this.
No. Thank you, Father. I love you. Thank you.
So, let's look at this last thing where Jerome says, yes, Father, okayness, this okayness answers what is really real. Without my without specific identification can be used as practical ordinary language. All is fine. Yes, of course. I use very often me, my, I. I have no trouble with language. It's usually when we are doubting, when we are self-doubting, those ones will try to use the best language without the I and the me and the my. Usually, not always. Sometimes it can flow very beautifully, also like that. But sometimes when there's self-doubt, then we're trying to convince outside that I have discovered that I am not a person, so I don't. Then we become very contrived in a way with how we use languages. Language is just here to communicate, and everything can be used. I don't find consciousness limiting itself and saying that I will not use this word now because I have discovered that I'm not a person. There was a question about Paramatma that Prakash had asked. Mind is compared to iron rod. When fire joins iron rod, it becomes red hot. It glows and can burn things. Mind compared to iron rod, it becomes red hot. It glows and can burn things like fire, but it has a definite shape like fire. If we hammer it, it is the rod that receives the blows, not the fire. The rod is the Jivatma, and the fire is the self or the Parama. Please explain. It's pretty clear, no? You already explained it quite well. So just like how we say that it is, if there is something that can get hurt, then it is only the identity. Only an appearance can hurt another appearance. Only appearances can be hurt by other appearances. So in reality, we see that it's only the identity which has a problem, which is suffering. And the good news is that this identity was always only imagined, only presumed. So this iron rod doesn't have any tangible existence. So all that has to appear can appear, all that is disappearing can disappear, There is nobody here that has a problem with it except in our imagination. And not even a clear imaginary picture we have of this person. We can imagine a mountain and a river much better than we can imagine the person. Dana says, what if everything is whole and perfect and it is the interpreter that is having the problem? Yes, yes. Exactly what I've been saying. Only the interpreter, which is just the interpretive voice of the mind, not even interpreter. Thank you, Nitya. Thank you so much. Very good, very good. Okay. Let's have a song since Sangeeta is here also. Haven't heard her for a while, so let's hear her sing.
Namaste, Father. Namaste, everyone. Can I sing a Nepalese song today, Father? Nepalese bhajan.
Yes, yes, of course.
I will try to tell the meaning before I start. It's like a kind of well-wishing for everyone, and it says whether on the outskirt, whether it's summer or winter, the only thing that come out of this mouth is let it be divine, and the desire for happiness be so that there will be no suffering for anyone, and it goes like that. I'm not good at translating those as a brother sing, but Jaya hoos timro mangal hoos, Jaya hoos timro mangal hoos, चित्त सधैँ भरि कोमल होस्, चित्त सधैँ भरि कोमल होस्, जय होस् तिम्रो मङ्गल होस्, जय होस् तिम्रो मङ्गल होस्, चित्त सधैँ भरि कोमल होस्, जाडो होस् या गर्मी होस्, पानी परोस् या आँधी चलोस्, जाडो होस् या गर्मी होस्, पानी परोस् या आँधी चलोस्, त्यो बेला पनि मुखबाट अमृत वाणी वर्षन होस्, जय होस् तिम्रो मङ्गल होस्, जय होस् तिम्रो मङ्गल होस्, चित्त सधैँ भरि कोमल होस्, चित्त सधैँ भरि कोमल होस्, सुखको इच्छा यस्तो राति कसैमा दुःख नहोस् सुखको इच्छा यस्तो होस् राति कसैमा दुःख नहोस् तिम्रो सुखमा घुलमिल भई मेरो मुख पनि उज्वल होस् जय होस् तिम्रो मङ्गल होस् जय होस् तिम्रो मङ्गल होस् चित्त सधैँभरि कोमल होस् चित्त सधैँभरि कोमल होस् चित्त सधैँभरि कोमल होस्
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, my dear. Very beautiful. I'm very happy every time I see you. I'm very, very happy.
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Dhyanamūlam Gurur Murti Pujamulam Gurur Padam Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa Mokshamulam Murjichi Kripa Mokshamulam Anantaji Kripa Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramya Sarve Patrani Pashantu Makashitu Babak Bhavet Asatoma Satkamya Tamasoma Jyotirgamya Mrichurma Amritam Gamya Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahma Paramastu. Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Shri Satguru Guruji Ki Jai.
Thank you also very much for being in Satsang today. Sadguru Sri Mujiji ki Jai.
Satguru Sri Ananta Ji Ki Jai.
Yes, yes. Also, we must remember to post in our groups that tomorrow and day after, Thursday and Friday, I'm traveling, so we will not have Satsang. It be good. Don't get into too much trouble.